welcome to the channel. That's Champlain wood that's in there. Yeah, well, mostly. So I'm doing a bit of a mixture. I had one of the ones, see that one there? It's half sort of rotten. I had one of them one last night. And I got up in the morning and it was still red. It was brilliant. I don't understand that at all. Anyway, right. Mini. I need to get that put up in the wall. Right, yeah, okay. Right, let's see. Where are we? Now, there's a couple of snotograms came in. Right, so what we've got is, so the dashboard is sitting at 4128. Content. Blah, 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 blah. Comments. So this guy said, "Brew, you're just gibbering nonsense." That was with that Ferguson Drive car in Falkirk, Scotland. I watched the video back and he's actually right. Well, sort of. Sometimes I'm not that assertive, so I'm not that clear in what I'm saying. So basically, the Ferguson Drive is... I mean, I like that bush actually. See, I like that bush. That's why I used that as a thumbnail. I took a picture of that. That's sort of middle class suburbia. That's what that is, you know. Yeah, actually, you know, it's not the best video, but in the day, these houses are really nice, but I suppose you've got to have a bit of an idea about where they were actually built on. You know, what they were actually built on was like just kind of like, you know, sand or something. Right, so what I meant there was the Forth River Valley is where that is. That's Falkirk, yeah, it's in Carron. So basically what I mean there is that the houses and all the properties all around this whole area might well have sand underneath them, yeah, so or clay. That's how they called it, the clay dikes down by the river. So this is a bit further away from the river, but it's still in the Forth River Valley. So what I'm saying there is probably quite a logical and sensible thing to say. I did have a house that I lived in Aberdeenshire. It was on the coast and it was built in rocks. And so that was quite solid footing for a house. The downside was it was next to the sea. So you got all sorts of stuff blowing in the window and, you know, sea har and salt on your cars, you know, all that sort of thing. And also I had a house in the Borders which was kind of built in a rocky hill, which is probably quite a good basis for a house, you know, for foundations. So Forth River Valley is probably a bad place to build a house, is the truth. But I mean, they get around it, they put these big floating foundation things under them. So basically there's a lot more to the house than meets the eye, but all that technical stuff doesn't really matter to ordinary people, does it? Yeah. So I think it's the way down there. Ferguson Drive to Miller Place. So that probably goes all the way up and round. All the way down here is to... It must be all the way down here. So I walk down there, I walk back, and that's it. And that's quite exciting, isn't it? Basically, if I'm going to say I'm going to go to a place, it would have to be... In the day, these houses are really nice, but I suppose you've got to have a bit... So that's the thing, the reason is it's about my identity or whatever it is. But Ferguson, I've done a lot of the Ferguson drives and roads. I've done it well, actually I haven't done them all, I've only done like 3. There's one in Denny, there's one in the Ratloch, and there's one in here, Carron, or is it Falkirk? So they're all sort of different. This is a more upmarket one, it's more middle class. So what does that mean? Well, it means it's a bit more expensive. And you know, you can tell by the the cars and that. I mean, you're looking at like 250, £270,000. Some of these bungalows are quite huge, big houses, eh? So really, it's really just looking at a demographic. Yeah, it's not. I'm a wee bit nervous sometimes when I'm filming in the street or something, which might explain why I was sort of blethering a bit or being a bit unclear about what I was saying. So that says to him, "Too advanced for you, I'm not your brother." So that's annoying. So what he then does is he doubles down, as I thought he would, because he's dumpling. Now this guy here has been on trolling already. Now Gavin McAnally did that as well. He came on yesterday. I hadn't heard from him for about 3 weeks. So somebody like this guy here, Gavin McAnally was another example. They've just got like negativity on their minds, so that if you don't block them the first time, they'll come back. I mean, they've been away trolling somebody else in the meantime. So then he goes, "There's nothing advanced being said here. You are literally gibbering. You can't even get your words out, bro." So he's doubling down, you know. So this new channel, I've had him before. I can't remember what hassle I had for him before. So basically, I think the best thing to do is if somebody doesn't like what I'm doing or approve of it, I mean, they can watch these videos all day long. I block them, they can still watch them. You know, it just means that they can comment, but that they will only see their own comments. You know, and it's a very negative, narcissistic attitude, you know. It doesn't do me any good, so like being clever with them, you know, and okay, it might give me a bit of a buzz or something, you know, so really being, you know, it doesn't really help, you know. So the best option is, you know, just to get rid of him. So he's gone, you know, gone. So that's the best way to do it, you know. This one here, I should have got rid of him as well, Robert Eaton. I mean, he said to me, so what he's saying is, how sad to stand on a street corner filming the traffic. Get a life, pal. So what I said was, I think this is quite accurate. Unsolicited advice from someone hanging around the proverbial street corner of the YouTube algorithms with nothing better to do. I am not your pal. So he hasn't answered. So it'll probably go the same way. So that's it. That's the Chunel update. So this went up to 4128. This went up like, I think this went up 3 today. So I think that's my solution for negative comments, is basically you should just block them right away. And that's somebody who doesn't wish you well, is what it is. You know, they don't wish you well. It could be that they're like that with absolutely everyone. It's just the way they are. I don't know why they're like that. I mean, there's quite a lot of issues in society, young men having this negative approach, because everything's so difficult for them, you know, to get on in life. But try to bring other people down is not really going to do it. Oh my god, the truck gets smashed. AirTag your dog. Updating more. It's Clutch Trucker. I haven't seen him for a while. I like to watch it. Get some time to do it. So basically, when you get these negative types, this is my solution is just get rid of them. They'll move on to somebody else. And see this video here at the tip. Now the thumbnail, the possibilities of the thumbnail would really improve the views. It's only had 25 views. But see this one here, I'm actually scared to do it, that one. Because the reason I'm scared is that, well, scared's maybe not the word, is that I could technically maybe be banned from the tip, you know, which would be a bit of a inconvenience. But he's standing there with the camera. You know, he's got the camera on. So they're all geared up with their cameras. You know, the GoPro or whatever it is he's got. They've got the harness and the camera. You know, I don't know if it's switched on. So obviously my one's on. That's just from the car. You know, that's cut out the dash cam. So I always remember and say, can I just say the workers do a terrific job down there, sort of there, because I don't want them to get upset with me. I do think they're doing a good job, you know, but a lot of decisions being made are not theirs. You know, it's been made by the council and the, you know, the government and everything, and all the pressures from further up. It's all a bit, a lot of it's a bit iffy. Recycling, he's going on about recycling. This guy was going on to me about recycling, and actually, you know, what I'm taking down there cannot be recycled, you know, if it's going down there, because I recycle everything myself, pretty much almost. But he's right to, he's doing the right thing to check, you know, and to check up on what people are bringing in, to look in the car or vehicle, van, whatever it is. That's what they do. See that trip to the tip there, that was me leaving the tip. That's me on the dash cam, right? And that got 53 views, and that one's only had 25. And I think it's the thumbnail that matters. And that's how when I do videos, I take two cameras when we want to take pictures. And unfortunately, I didn't take any pictures when I was down there. I think that's fairly harmless. I don't think it's doing a big disservice to anyone. It could be that they don't want to be, you know, I'm not actually sure about that. So, what about Facebook? Chris, what's his name? Oh right, Facebook. Oh bullshit! You see these things they send you there? It's all coercion, most of it. You've got to be dim to actually read that shit and believe it. It's all coercion, it's all part of their coercive narrative. Oh, there's the internet starting to go dead. No, not really. South African Taunus, wow. That'd be the same colour as my Granada, by the looks of it. I'm not really. So this guy, this is quite an attitude. So this guy says to me, going off on a rant about ripping up bicycle lanes. The Greens and Scottish Wilders triggered by an old photo of Dumbarton Road. Yeah, it sounds totally nuts to me. I just said destroying our infrastructure for a minority of cyclists is nuts. I'm not really interested in debating your opinions with you. No point, as I cannot relate in any way with your attitude, Chair. So I've got the attitude problem, according to him. So I says your response is indicative of the problems of discussing anything with anyone espousing the dogma of green political ideology. You need to read the rules of contributing to this group. No politics. No one is interested in yours, especially me. I'm not talking about politics. When did I say? Oh yeah, I'm talking about. I suppose I am. So he's talking about it then. He's talking about politics. So he's talking about Scottish politics. So where did I? Yeah. So is that talking about politics, saying that? Green political ideology? Right, so you're not supposed to talk about politics on there. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. no, no advertising this historic, no current politics, no bad language, no current politics. Remember, if you submit a photo, it's available publicly and may be shared or saved by anyone in this group. No advertising unless historic, no current politics, no bad language. I suppose that includes well, I could probably just I could alter that. Right, what I can do here is, so espousing the ideological dogma. Your response indicative of the problems of discussing anything with anyone espousing the ideological dogma. Prevalent. Well, that prevails. So that's not exactly. So I've worded it. I've changed it. Your response indicative of the problems discussing anything with anyone espousing the ideological dogma that prevails. So that's not exactly politics. So maybe did I mention politics up here? Right. So I need to edit. Yeah, maybe he's right. We'll change that to government. Your dream. Maybe I should remove most of that. Yeah, I think the best thing is try not. This is a mistake that I made here. I'm being a bit obtuse, you know. So what best thing to do? There you go. It's been ruined. Let's get rid of all the political rhetoric. Yeah, so that's all my political comments been removed. Is he going to remove his? I don't want to upset Barry Ferguson, but he never seems to. He's never actually said anything. Broken the rules. Thanks for your comment. You have a nice day. What that really means is you need to read those. You have a nice day. So what that means is thanks for the fish. I hope you don't die or anything. Where did I hear that? That was Top Gear. Yes, you have broken rules. Thanks for your comment. You have a nice day. So basically, thanks for reminding me, Chris, that I shouldn't talk about politics. There's a positive came out of that. Try and avoid politics on this. That was good advice, yeah. So, sometimes people that are against you can help you. This is absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you something before I go, right? Absolutely amazing, right? This is personal. Right, see, this came up in my timeline, the courier. So I'm looking at that, I'm going, wow, look at that house. And 6-bedroom house with North Sea views and indoor swimming pool on sale for 1.2.5 million. And I looked at that and goes, wow, that's amazing, right? I think I've already got it open. No, I don't think I have. I think I did. Where's it? God, fucking hell. I wish this thing would speed up. Oh, it's... right, so here it is here. Right, 6-bedroom with North Sea views and a swimming pool. Look at that. So it's a modern house, obviously, but look at the timbers on the side and the big turret thing at the front. And it's near Conneth. It says near Montrose. The postcode was it? I lived in Inverbervie and that was Montrose postcode. So Conneth must have been the same. It's got 6 bedrooms. The best, it's got a 5-car garage. That's the entrance bit there. Swimming pool. There's the garage. Wow, look at the garage. Wow, inside it's got everything. It's an amazing place, right? And I'm looking at that picture, I'm going, where the fuck is that? And I lived there. I lived in that one. I married I had 3 children. One's dead, one's buried down the old Kirk of Conneth. Can't remember where it is. It's down there somewhere. It's quite an interesting old church, yeah. I did think about visiting her grave last time I was up, but that's my daughter. Well, I had 2 daughters, but one's dead, so... anyway, so I lived there, and the Rob Roy was the pub there, Rob Roy Hotel. And I'll try and say this without getting bitter or anything about any of the problems that I had. From my point of view, the problems I had, obviously, because this is about me. So basically down there I used to get drunk quite a lot. I lived there. And they had the garage. This was the garage. This was Larry Smith's garage. And he's sadly no longer with us. And he had quite a nice house. It was a house, it wasn't a bungalow, it was built there. And the garage was down there. And another garage there. And it was like, well, going back years ago, the 70s, it was all full of Ford Capris, all the way up there, all the way up there, all the way up and round. It was full of cars. Capris, Cortinas, Marinas, you name it, all there. It'd be brilliant if there was photographs of that, actually. So that's where that is, and I didn't know. I mean, they bought that whole plot. So that's like on a hill. That's at the top of the hill. It's not so easy to see it in the picture, but that's off in a field, in a hill. He must have built that house, I don't know, 70s. I've got lots of stories I could tell you about that community and the people in it. I have to be careful, some of them might still be there, so I have to be a bit more respectful. I don't think I've said anything untoward. So, it has memories for me, that place, yeah. There's a lot of unpleasant memories, but we'll try and keep them to myself. So that was amazing what they've done with that. So the whole thing is, that place is pretty cool, and I love it. I love the garage. The garage is amazing. I mean, I don't know who thought it out, how did they think it all out? Would I have done the same myself? I don't know, right? I don't know about that. I mean, the garage was roughly there, the original garage, which is called Barras Motors. I think it might have been roughly and maybe over there. I can't remember exactly. And there was another one there that I actually built. I put the roof on it for him. And there was loads of cars and everything. And the drive will probably be it drives essentially in the same place, I'm not sure. So it's absolutely quite astounding what they've done, you know. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, I've got so many memories there. Yeah, I've got one that's quite significant, but it's probably best to keep it to myself. Right, so come up there and drove up there. I think the access road is in the same place, more or less. They've got another building down there now. So it's quite amazing what they've done with that, you know. Absolutely amazing. So anyway, that's a little bit of stuff from the past. The reality is, would I like to live there? Well, I like the garage and I like the house. But if I was spending that sort of money, I'm not so sure. I don't like where it is. Kenneth, there's loads of other wind farms. There's loads of wind farms about there. There's telegraph poles. There is wind farms around that area. Inverbervie's way over that hill. Would I want to live there? Nah, not really. I don't want to live in that area anymore, but my daughter's buried up there, but so what, you know? It's just skin and bones at the end of the day, you know? So I think I've got back on Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond! He's a great guy, him. He puts all the pictures of the Fords on. Mr. Bond! I think I've got back on him. He's not going to be happy bunny, is he? Yes, you have broken the rules. Thanks for your comment. You have a nice day. Right, come on, that's enough. You're talking crap. Look at the Mini. Look at it. Look how wonderful it is. Oh, yes. Oh, very, very nice. That is beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. I like it. Right. There's the Chamfleury Estates wood burning away super duper. Well, not all of it is. Some of it is. That bit was, and so was that bit there. So basically, this is fantastic. Wood burner is absolutely fantastic. I think really, if you've got neighbours that are the type that moan about everything, the best if you do get this, the best option would be to burn just that stuff. You know, and that way nobody can really complain about it. So like that's got paint on it. That wood, and maybe that is a bit, maybe slightly rotten. You know, I don't know if there's anything wrong with burning this stuff. It's dry. You know, you're always going to get people. Not always. A lot of times you will get people moaning. The government's encouraging NIMBYism in the roads and in the streets and in the communities. So basically, you've got somebody who likes moaning about things. They can moan, say about your driving. If you're doing, like in the past, it was generally accepted speed limit's 30. Now they make fake speed limits that are 20. So now you've got somebody that would in the past would have been driving like a complete idiot. Getting in the way is now generally, they're still idiots. They're still getting in the way, but it, you know, they're not. Well, you still got to go by the highway code. That's the thing. The highway code says can't drive without due care and attention. We're in a bizarre situation where somebody could be done. See, this is what I don't like about the Scottish government and the other governments is that they're out manoeuvring the actual laws that they've already made themselves. You know, and we have to stop that. That's wrong what they're doing. Stand up, be fighting. Watch Robert Sproul's videos. Thanks for watching. Bye! Robert Sproul. He's got one that he put up yesterday about people repossessing, the government taking properties off people to put asylum seekers in it, down in England. So he's talking about that. Thanks for watching. Bye! End video now.